Hello, this is Janice from Space to Relax, and the video I'm about to show you is a replay of a live Qigong class which I taught this morning via Zoom. I'll be teaching these classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week for the duration of COVID-19 and until I can get back into my face-to-face acupuncture and Chinese medicine clinics. This video is suitable for those of you who are beginners and also anyone who might have a little bit more advanced Qigong training. I hope you enjoy it, and if you'd like to join me for the live classes, then please click the link which is next to this video. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then so you don't miss future videos that I upload here, just hit the red subscribe button. The method that I'm going to teach you today is how to use Qigong and Qigong methods in order to gain and absorb more Qi from the sun. We're lucky right now at the time of filming this video in Ireland to have a bit of a heat wave going on, which is great. And so I'm going to be making the most of the sun today. And this method is in more detail in the Space to Relax membership area, but this is a more simplified version of something that anyone can follow along with, whether you're a beginner or whether you have more experience of Qigong. So when we gain energy from the sun, when we gain Qi from the sun, what we're doing is we are working to bring more yang into the body. So some of you will be familiar with the idea in Chinese medicine of yin and yang. So in the body, the yang functions are those to do with warming, moving and activating. So if any of you feel cold, tired, lethargic, stiff in the joints, feel like you just haven't got your mojo going, then this is the exercise for you, because what it will do is it will warm your body. It will also act to kind of enliven you. It's bringing more circulation in, and having that warmth, if you think about what warmth does, is it dilates the blood vessels, it dilates things. So when we're really hot, we can often see our blood vessels on the surface of the skin. That's because they're dilated. So by bringing more warmth into the body and dilating not only the pathways of Qi flow, but also of blood flow, we enable that circulation to be more open and free flowing around the body. But you don't have to think about that so much. All you're doing with this method is you're using your mind and you're using your breath. There really is very little movement. And with this method, you can practice it from a standing position. And ideally, obviously, if you're wanting to gain energy from the sun, you would want to be outside. I'm not outside, I'm not in my ideal position, but that's because I'm trying to film a video at the same time. But if you do find yourself inside, even in the winter, if it's sunny but cold and you don't want to stand outside in the cold, you could stand in a sunny window and just get the sunlight from the window, which is going to be amplified anyway. Just maybe have the window a tiny bit open, but don't be in a draft. So you can kind of work around this if you're not able to be outside. But ideally you want to be outside for this, and so standing is a good position. But you can also do this if you feel like you can't stand for too long. You could also take a chair outside and sit down, or you could also do this from a lying down position. So if you happen to be lying in the sun and relaxing, you just would be lying down and doing the same thing, because there is very little movement. The only thing that you need to have in position really is where the palms of your hands are. So if you're standing, the palms of your hands are just down by your sides, but facing kind of an angle up towards the sun. That would be the ideal position. The elbows are slightly bent, and you're in this Qigong stance, so your feet are hip width distance apart. You know the Qigong stance by now, and you can see that in a previous video if you want to go into more detail about the Qigong stance. But your hands are just very nice and loose and relaxed in this position. If you're sitting down, then you'll be sitting and you just have your hands on the backs of your knees, palms facing upwards. If you're lying down, you'd have your hands just down by your sides, just resting gently, again, palms facing upwards to the sun. Okay, so just before we really get into that position, just check your stance. So you are feet hip width distance apart, the feet are parallel, little bend in the knees. You've got this lovely openness in the lower back by tucking the tailbone down and just moving the pelvis kind of forwards, and then also relaxing the shoulders, maybe just shaking out the arms a little bit. And then just making sure you've got this lovely length in the back of the neck as well. So elevating in the back of the neck, feeling the back of the head move upwards by tucking the chin down very slightly and then back in towards the throat. And then just for a moment, close your eyes, close your mouth. The tongue is resting against the roof of the mouth and the tip of the tongue is resting against the back of the upper teeth. And smile. Bring a smile to the corners of your mouth. Relax the face and maybe just open the mouth for just a second or two and just wiggle the lower jaw from side to side just to check that you're not holding any tension in the jaw area. And then close the mouth again. And keeping the eyes closed, we begin this exercise with abdominal breathing. So breathing in through the nose, feeling the belly expand, and as you breathe out, feeling the relaxation, feel the belly shrink, feel your whole body grounding down into the earth. So breathing in, belly expands, breathing out, relaxing. And now just gently opening the eyes so that you can see me. So what we're going to do first is we are going to get the channels of chi flow in the arms nice and open. Now, the previous lesson that I taught last week was all about using Qigong for the arms, the elbows, the wrists and the hands. So if you were to put this into a routine, you would want to start with that method, really, to just open up everything that's going on in the arms and the shoulders. But for this, the purposes of this exercise, I won't go through all of that again. I'm just going to do a really quick little method to show you how to open up the channels of chi flow in the arms. So begin, for the first part, we're going to open up the channels of flow here on the insides of the arms, okay? So what you want to do is create a little bit of tension and you're going to turn the hands over and just push them down. So you see how my palms are parallel to the ground and the pressure where my mind is here is on the heels of the hands, this part here. And as you press down on this part here, you should feel a little bit of a stretch down the insides of the forearms here. So just push down as hard as you can and just hold it. So you feel a little bit of tension. And then when you're ready to relax, just let everything go and just shake everything out. Now, the more tension you create here as you do this, the more you'll really open up the flow of energy and chi through the arms. So it's well worth putting a bit of effort into it. So you're going to push down, you're straightening the elbows, dropping the shoulders, pressing into the heels of the hands, and almost thinking of pulling up the fingertips to create more of an angle in the wrists. Hold it, pushing down towards the earth. And relax again. Shaking out and breathe. So you're using your abdominal breathing throughout the whole of this, breathing in and out through the nose. And one more time, pushing down with tension in the arms. And relaxing, shaking out. And now just close your eyes for a moment and just feel what's going on in the insides of the forearms, maybe into the palms of the hands. Breathing in and out through the nose and smiling. And then opening the eyes again so you can see me. And now we're going to open up the channels of chi flow in the backs of the arms and going down into the backs of the hands. And the way we do this is we make a fist and you put your thumbs on the outside. Don't tuck your thumbs in, you don't want to squash them. So you make a fist, and then what you're going to do from this fist position here is you're going to pull up the wrists. Now, this is an exercise where a lot of people make the mistake of, instead of pulling up the wrists, what they do is they keep their hands like this and they pull up on the elbows. So you want your elbows to be straight. And really just now, bring your mind to your wrists and bend that wrist joint and pull up with the wrists and the fists palms and fists facing the sky, and feel that tension along the backs of the forearms. And hold it, pull up as hard as you can, holding it, and then relax. Shaking out. And again, pulling up, so straight elbows. So it's almost like you're trying to push the wrist joint, the back of the wrist joint, down into the floor, pulling up on the fists at the same time. And relax. Closing the eyes, just feel into it. And for the third time. And relax. Close the eyes now and just allow the hands to dangle very loosely down by your sides. And observe any sensations you feel in the arms and the hands. Any tingling sensation, any warmth, any sensation that hands are swollen, the fingers are bigger than usual. All of those things are good signs. Some people though also feel coolness, like a lovely soft, cool wind through the palms of the hands. So just observe whatever feeling it is that's going on for you right now. And then open the eyes gently, just so that you can see where I'm going to be holding my hands for this exercise. So you're going to just have the hands gently and loosely relaxed. So the palms are facing towards the sun. And there's just a very slight kind of bend in the fingers, in the palms. There's no tension. You're not holding the fingers in any tension at all. So you've just almost got the palms kind of gently, just kind of cupped almost. So there's no muscle tension in the shoulders, in the arms, or in the hands. Check that your shoulders are well away from your earlobes, so nice and relaxed. And this is the position. So for the whole of the rest of this exercise, you can have your eyes closed and just listen to my voice. And that will enable you to really get the most out of this exercise. You don't need to, when you practice this, actually see the sun. But if you can feel the heat and the warmth of the sun, that's great. If your eyes are closed or if it's a cloudy day, you can always see the sun in your mind's eye. So there are lots of ways to do this exercise. And just be very relaxed and go with the flow as I talk you through this. If you find it difficult to visualize anything, please don't be concerned. If this is the first time you've done this, it just takes a little bit of practice, that's all. And just keep going with the breath, using your abdominal breathing, smiling and enjoying as I talk you through this. So now if you all like to close your eyes, close your mouth, and beginning with some abdominal breathing. So breathing in through the nose, feel the belly expand. And breathing out, feeling the belly shrink. So our aim for this exercise is to create the conditions whereby the chi from the sun, the warmth, the energy from the sun, can enter the palms of the hands, travel up the arms, through the shoulder joints, and down through the center of the body into Dantian, which remember is this whole energy center below your belly button, behind your belly button, but also it's a whole area. It's not just one point. It expands to the sides in the lower abdomen and out to the back to the spine. It's this whole area that you're wanting to enable the chi to come into. And from there, the chi can move and circulate around the rest of the body to warm it, to energize it, and really just to give you that little bit more in terms of vitality. So in order to prepare ourselves for this, what you're going to do is you're going to think of the pathway by which the sunlight is going to enter. So we're going to think of a pathway from the hands all the way up the arms, into both shoulders and down into Dantian. So just follow along as I talk you through this. So firstly, bring your mind now to the palms of your hands. Think about the palms of your hands. And now, thinking of the wrists, being open and free-flowing. And the forearms, with your mind moving up towards the elbows, into the upper arms. Moving your mind now into the shoulders. And then coming down through the center of the chest, down into the abdomen, down to the lower abdomen below your belly button, thinking of Dantian. And we do that twice more. So you're thinking of the pathway 3 times altogether. So again, bring your mind to the palms of your hands, to your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms, your shoulders, into the center of the chest, down through the abdomen, into Dantian. And one more time, think of the palms of the hands, the wrists, forearms, the elbows, the upper arms, the shoulders, down through the center of the chest, all the way into Dantian. Thinking of Dantian now, the front of the abdomen, sides of the abdomen, all the way into the back of the body, around your kidneys, around your spine, in your lower back. And now bring your mind back to the palms of your hands. In your mind's eye now, think of the palms of your hands like a solar panel. So they're open to the rays and the energy of the sun. And these palms of the hands are going to absorb the sun's chi. So now bring your mind to the sun. You don't have to see it. You may be outside where you can feel it, which is great. But if it's cloudy or if it's nighttime, it doesn't matter, the sun is still up there. So thinking about the sun. In your mind's eye now, think of bringing sun's energy down from up in the sky and concentrating it in the palms of your hands. Now you may want to visualize that as a light or as heat or as glowing or as whatever it is that works for you in terms of having this idea that you're bringing the chi of the sun into the palms of the hands. And again, think about the sun and see the chi traveling from the sun into the palms of your hands. Your palms are a receptacle for the sun's energy, and at the moment we're concentrating the chi of the sun in the palms of the hands. So one more time, think of the sun and bringing the chi into the palms of the hands. Now keep your mind in the palms of your hands right now and feel what it feels like to have the sun's energy focused and concentrated there. Observe any sensations that you feel in the palms. And we're going to use the pathway now that you created just before, running from the palms all the way up the arms, into the shoulders, down through the chest and into Dantian. And all you're going to do is you're going to breathe that in and up through the arms and into Dantian. So with each breath in, you're just drawing a little bit more of the sun's energy from the palms into Dantian. And because this is what's called a tonification exercise, which means we're building things up, we're building up the energy, we're making more of it, then what you're going to do is repetitions of 9. In Qigong, we tend to do 9 repetitions for tonification. So I'm going to leave you in your own time to breathe in and out for 9 breaths. So your eyes are closed and you're breathing in, thinking of that pathway from the palms, up the arms, through the shoulders and down to Dantian. For 9 breaths. So just take your time with this. You're using your abdominal breathing. Don't forget to smile and just enjoy the absorption of qi from the lovely warm sunshine. Each time you breathe this in and up from the palms into Dantian. Think of it giving you that little bit more energy, that little bit more vitality. And also, if any of you are suffering with any stiffness or pain, think of the warmth and the heat from the sun's energy evaporating that pain, almost like you're burning it off, causing it to dissipate by bringing more circulation into the areas that need it. Just keep going for a few more breaths. And feel into Dantian. Some of you might feel the warmth coming in, but if you don't, it doesn't matter. Just know that what you're doing with your mind and your breath is drawing in qi from the sun and helping to tonify those yang functions of warming, moving, and activating in the body. And hopefully you've done around 9 breaths. And you can do this in multiples of 9. So if you when you're practicing this in your own time, if you want to keep going for longer, tonification tends to happen in multiples of 9. So you can be there for as long as you want. And now to end this exercise, we always, as with most Qigong exercises, we come back to the abdominal breath. So what you're going to do, still with your eyes closed, is place one hand flat over the lower belly and the other hand directly on top of that. Now, bringing your mind to Dantian with the abdominal breath, feeling the warmth and the energy from the sun, being concentrated and focused in Dantian, and know that you don't have to do anything else. Dantian will just naturally circulate that lovely healing, warming energy around your body and do whatever needs to be done in order to help bring things back into balance. Keeping the eyes closed now, just sealing in that lovely sun's energy by just circling, giving your belly a rub, nice and slowly in one direction, and then in the other direction. And again, still with the eyes closed. If you're wearing glasses though, you might need to remove them. I want you to rub your hands together until they get really, really hot. They should be nice and warm already from doing that sun exercise. And then place the palms one over each eye, fingers facing up towards the sky. Relax the shoulders. Bring a smile to your face, feeling the heat from the hands going into the eyes, through the backs of the eyeballs, traveling into your head, into your mind, nourishing your mind. And then just to come back into the room, just rubbing your face up and down, a little face wash, and slowly opening your eyes. And if you're standing, you've been standing there for quite a while, so shake out your arms, maybe shake out your legs as well. And just move around a little bit in however you want, however way you want to. So you might want to vibrate and do the arm swinging exercise that we've done before. You might want to just move from side to side, whatever is good for you right now. So that's the exercise to absorb qi from the sun. So I would encourage you to do it obviously outside, which works much better, or next to a window where the sun is coming in. If any of you are concerned that that might be too heating for you, some of you might have conditions where you do get really hot and you don't want to make yourselves any hotter, but you still want to get the energy from the sun, then what you can do is practice it at a time when the sun is not so strong. So you wouldn't practice this at midday because the strength of the sun might be a little bit too strong for you and might cause you to be too hot. But you'll soon find out if you do it at the wrong time of day, you'll get really hot, and you don't want that. So you want this nice balance between bringing lovely warmth into the body, which can energize the body, but you don't want it to overheat you. So if you're a kind of a more hot-blooded person, you might want to practice maybe earlier in the morning or later in the day when the sun doesn't have quite so much strength. And you might find that just gives you that lovely gentle warming without overheating you. So as always, if you have any questions on that exercise, you can email me, janice@spacetorelax.com, or you can join me in the Facebook group, which is Space to Relax Qigong group, and ask me any questions in there. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this exercise, and the next exercise we're going to be looking at how to use Qigong methods in order to tonify and gain energy from the moon. So I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn some more Qigong from me, then you can do 3 things. The first thing is you can sign up for my free 3-part Qigong video series, which will be delivered to your email over the course of around a week. And you'll find the link to sign up for that on my homepage, on my website, which is spacetorelax.com. The second thing you can do is sign up and join me for the Zoom live classes, which are on Tuesday mornings and Thursday afternoons, and they'll be for the duration of COVID-19. So I'll put the link next to this video somewhere either below or above, so you can sign up and join me there. And the third thing you can do if you're watching this video on YouTube is hit the red subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos from me. If you did enjoy this video, then please share it with your family and friends. Hopefully they'll join in and have some fun with practicing Qigong too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.